Good evening, everyone, and welcome. The Convocation Center here on the University of North Georgia. Coverage of Nighthawk basketball is on the air. Alongside Lee Glenn, I'm Craig Corbin. Thanks so much for joining us. Game number one of our doubleheader as the Nighthawks play host to Georgia Southwestern. And tonight's game, an opportunity to bounce back a bit for the women.
Welcome back is what it is, to be honest with you. You know, there's obviously home and away, and people do not understand how hard it is to win on the road at this level. And we've had a couple road trips in a row here at Young Harris, rivalry game. Young Harris women playing really well, had to play, in my mind, one of our better basketball games, complete basketball games, because what we've learned is not only are teams within the Peach Belt Conference giving us our best punch, Young Harris now is as well, having Lindsey Huffman at the point of that program. She definitely wants to beat the place where she got her start. She's got a better team than they have had in the past. They purple out. They throw their students in there. So really that takes an already tough road game and makes it an even tougher road game. So that win a week ago today was a big win for us. That's probably one of the teams that I think you could see in the Final Four within the Peach Belt Conference.
You look at Young Harris, the rivalry that you mentioned, that venue, such a loud venue. Yeah. And when you talk about the purple out, students get into it, the local fans get into it. Truly a momentous game every time that you play.
Yeah, when you play North Georgia, our women's team for sure, it's everybody's big game at this point, and especially when we go up over Blood Mountain into the Enchanted Valley, it seems to just be exponentially compounded. And and then from there, North Georgia played a great game, moved on down to a road trip at Aiken. And I remember saying to a couple people when we opened up Peach Belt Conference play back in December here with Aiken, and I said that team looks a little bit different. I think that team had the makeup to beat good teams, and they did. And so, I think that they're a really talented ball club that falls into the same breath that Young Harris is. They are good enough to, if they get hot, to win the conference. And so we had a week that included 2 road games at 2 of the teams that really, I believe, have claimed real estate stake in the upper third of the Peach Belt Conference. And to really take a win on one and to be right in the thick of another says a lot about our program. But to your point in the opener, it's really glad to be back here in the Convocation Center.
And you look at the game against Aiken, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is, on a night where the shooting is subpar for an extended stretch, it's tough to win games like that when you're cold.
Yeah, when you're cold, when you're not scoring well, it's tough to win. But the good thing about our program is that defense travels. And it doesn't matter where we're playing. Shots going in may or may not. The way we defend, at the end of the day, you have to think we lost 55-51. You have to think that 55 points defensively is going to win a lot of basketball games. And it is. So our defense travels. There's just times where it's not your night. And I think, but some of it really has to be a credit to USC Aiken. They're a good basketball team. But I can tell you that every single basketball season for every team in the country, whether it's middle school all the way up to the NBA, has ebbs and flows.
Right.
And there's always this point of a season where, things that are outside of your control, injuries, illnesses, other teams shooting well, whatever it may be, you can't control those, and you have to really just focus on the things that you can control, and whoever's next up, so to speak, has to be ready to play. And then my final point on our women's basketball team is that we can score in bunches, but we don't play crazy fast. The game is really a more of a deliberate play with our women, and so we've been beating teams because we're better than most, but the games that are close, we don't have that spurt ability where we score 9 points in a minute. Those close games are normally going to end up close.
Right, and it takes a while to sort those out. As we come into tonight, it is Lander on top of the conference standings, 2 games clear of North Georgia. So you've got the one opportunity head-to-head with Lander. Then you have to hope that somebody else, perhaps a Columbus State, might find a way to get past Lander. But tough sledding as far as having the opportunity to be on top of the heap at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've got 2 consecutive regular season championship banners hanging up there in the rafters right now. And in order to get that third, we're going to need some help.
Yep.
But you can't ask for that help if you don't take care of your own work ahead. And that's we're going to need to really get back on a winning streak here. Take care of the business that we can control. And I think the last time the Nighthawk Sports Network was on the air, we really talked about the theme was being 1-0.
Right.
And we've really got to pay attention to being 1-0 tonight and not scoreboard watch. We can't circle next Saturday, homecoming, Athletics Hall of Fame, Lander. We can't worry about that. We've got a game tonight. We've got one Saturday. We've got one next Wednesday. We got to just be 1-0 every chance we get to put on the whites.
The opponent tonight, Georgia Southwestern, and as we look at the standings, they are at the bottom, tied with Georgia College at 2-10 in conference play. But again, to the point that you've made a number of times this season and every season, you can never look and evaluate a team based solely on what that record looks like, and especially when they are playing North Georgia and going to get the best effort.
Yeah, a road win at North Georgia means a little bit more. Being a former coach, I can tell you that one of the most enjoyable things about the season are road wins and the bus ride home. The bus ride home, if someone were to win in this building, it's a little bit better than what is normally already special.
The pizza tastes better.
It does.
Or the Chick-fil-A tastes better.
And the 2 a.m. doesn't quite, the 2 a.m. return doesn't quite feel like 2 a.m.
Right.
I'm fine with it being 3. You know, that's just something that, those are periods in time that you can't go back and rebuild. And so, you know, I think we're like 27-1 in this building or some crazy statistic. I want to be the team that knocks North Georgia. It is what is being said in every locker room over our left shoulder here. I want to be that team that breaks this ice.
Knowing the pride that Coach Burson and their team take in that record that you mentioned, protecting this court, it's not difficult for them to get pumped up to play whomever comes in, but a slightly different preparation in that you are coming off a disappointing loss.
Yeah, that it's really not the loss that's going to fuel us as much as what is in the it's not the loss that's going to fuel us, but what has caused the little valley. And we really got to unpack and identify, hey, look, why did we not play well? Why haven't we been able to run away from teams lately? And so I think the fuel is just when we look in the mirror, what is it that hasn't been exactly the same? And because the result behind us is the result. You know, how many games have we played? The 20 games behind us don't matter at this point. That math is already rock solid. And those analytics and those who beat who, that is done. The one that matters is right now, and it doesn't matter if it's Lander, if it's Georgia Southwestern, if it's Pembroke, whoever it may be that's on the other basket. The emphasis needs to be on greasing our wheels. What is it that hasn't perceptually looked as smooth as it has been over the last month? And then let's really unpack that. And now that we're back in front of our fans, let's show them that $8 ticket that they've purchased. Let's show them why they purchased that ticket.
And that's important each time out, and then more so perhaps now that you're sort of hitting that final third of the regular season with the postseason just around the corner.
It's getting real right now, and I've said it all along in numerous broadcasts. This is the part of basketball that I love. I love when it gets hard, and I love when teams have figured each other out, and everybody knows how we like to score, and everybody knows that they're going to see some 1-3-1 defense, and everybody knows that they're going to have to defend high-low. This is when good basketball and good coaching comes to play. This is when it's hard. It's not easy, and you really find out how the good teams separate themselves as March draws nearer and we get to February, and we're in February. As we extend through February, this is when good teams really show their mettle.
All right, we're going to step aside for just a moment. When we come back, the final bit of our pregame is Georgia prepares take on the Hurricanes of Georgia Southwestern. Stay with us. Back in a moment. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com, and whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks desk with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
And back we are. Craig Corbin, Lee Glenn, and the final minutes here of pregame as we wind down to game number one of our doubleheader, North Georgia, Georgia Southwestern. Before we get to our final analysis, and this is the second meeting this season between the two programs, you had a chance to watch the road game for North Georgia down at Georgia Southwestern. But before we get that, credit is due for the biggest sporting event of the year. Yeah. Just this last Sunday, the Super Bowl, prognostications were made the last time we sat in these chairs. And, hey, credit to you. You nailed it on the button.
Back to back, because I got the college national championship correct. And not only did I get this one correct in terms of the winner, I got the method in which it was going to happen. Yeah. And then the narrative as to why it happened. Shanahan, this, that, and the other. That's exactly what I said was going to happen. At some point, people are just going to outsource me as a consultant and ask it. Just get my advice on games, just to save you the TV time.
Absolutely. Well, the nice thing is, you'll laugh, but I will tell you this: that after the Chiefs had scored the second,
thought about me, didn't you? You thought about that breakaway run. I spiked the remote in the living room.
Before we run out of time, let's talk about the first meeting between these two programs. Again, tough road trip when you have to go all the way down to Georgia Southwestern. Your thoughts of that matchup?
Midweek. They're not a bad team. I know the record is what the record is, but it was a midweek game that they played us tight with. It was really a fourth quarter stretch. They can slash and they can defend with pressure, and those are two things that have hurt us historically. So, we have trouble with teams that can speed us up mentally. This team has the makeup to do that. Maybe not the depth to do it over a 40-minute period, but the personnel to do it in stretches.
All right, we'll see what transpires tonight. So glad that you've joined us right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Game number one of our doubleheader. The Nighthawks and the Hurricanes matching up right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back in a moment, the starting lineups And the opening tip. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries
Ask difficult questions.
and understand the world around you
It requires you to know your strengths.
and weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be independent, efficient, and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders,
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
and leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you've got what it takes, then bring it.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. God, I'm good. All right.
Can you stop copying me?
It is always great when you have a pregame or mid-game recognition for a player that has accomplished things. And Julianne Sutton just being recognized a moment ago, and a young lady that has truly personified the good in this program.
A couple points to make about Julianne Sutton. Number one, for those of you that are Nighthawk faithful, she's a junior.
Ponder that.
Take that for what it's worth. Number two, rare is it that you find a big in today's college game that can score at a 1,000-point career clip and rebound at a 500 rebound clip, much less one that crests those milestones in the same game.
And before you get to be a senior. Typically that happens as a senior.
So I know she's better than this, but it could be at a 333-point-a-game ratio. Can she score 1,500? I think so.
Absolutely.
Can she pull down 750 rebounds?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely. One last note, we had the starting lineups being announced here at the Convocation Center. What I also appreciate about Julianne, the devotion that she has for teammates, but also that during every men's game, Julianne will sit with her family right behind us. And the love that family has, the love that she has for her family is just phenomenal. Really appreciate that about her.
We use the term loosely in athletics about family. If you're looking for the true definition of family, the Suttons would be a great place to start.
Here, here.
Yeah.
Starting lineups for the Hurricanes: Madison Johnson, number 10, Kashuri Hodge, number 11, Jamisha Samuel, number 12, Jamisha Blue, number 21, and Mariah Trimble, number 45. Kyra Davis in the jump circle for the Nighthawks. And the opening tip controlled by, well, nobody tipped it. Starting lineup: Macy Gregg, Abby Franklin, Kara Groover, Kyra Davis, and Julianne Sutton for the Nighthawks. They come in 17-3, 10-2 in the Peach Belt. We'll do it again. And the opening tip control this time by the Hurricanes. First possession of the first quarter. We are underway. With the ball, Trimble drives, has it blocked. Here come the Nighthawks on the move. Their first possession of the night. Franklin controlling. Looks to the left side. Will hand it to Groover. Out front to Davis in the lane. Controlled by Julianne. Double team. Now back outside on the perimeter to Franklin. Circling around to the right side. Macy Gregg is there. Davis open from 17. No good. And a rebound taken by Trimble for Georgia Southwestern. On the wing right side, Samuel back out front to Hodge. And that'll be an offensive foul on Madison Johnson.
Continual offense trying to run by Georgia Southwestern there. It's really just the old school flex. A lot of times you teach the flex screener just to stand there and let the cutter that's coming from the backside wing to the ball side block read you. That time, a little bit of extra movement to try to clip the defender and resulted in a foul.
Beautiful drive underneath, but they're going to call double dribble on Franklin. That'll turn it over. By the way, the Hurricanes under first-year head coach Justin Payne. And mark 6 and 12 overall, 2 and 10 in Peach Belt play. A mirror image in that category with North Georgia. Clock rolls, 8:44 to go. Quarter number 1. Shot is up and good. First basket of the ball game. Kishori Hodge.
I like when players can get in the paint and play off of 2 feet.
Down low, Kara Groover draws contact. That will be a foul on the aforementioned Kishori Hodge. Freshman out of Rex, Georgia.
Wow, she's getting shots off of that? I thought she was bumped out of bounds and passed it to Julianne Sutton. And I think that she was actually disappointed that she ended up passing it after the whistle had been blown. So we're fortunate there. Sometimes you hear that the ball doesn't lie, and that free throw might be a little indication of that.
Because it did not go through. Second one is up, and it didn't go either. And so I think form held true on both. It is 2-0. Georgia Southwestern the lead and possession first quarter here in Dahlonega. Blue gets it over to Johnson and gets it right back in the corner. It'll go to Trimble. Now the skip pass to Madison Johnson. She'll drive, kicks back. Long three, no good. Rebound taken by Macy Gregg.
Good looking shot though. Here's our first pipe run of the game.
Beautiful lead pass to Julianne Sutton. And we're tied at 2.
Very impressive catch and finish off of an odd leg right hand. So it's left-legged finish, right-handed shot on the left side of the basket.
Wasn't sure she was going to catch up to that one.
It's a good catch.
And a travel turns it over. 7:44 to go. Quarter number 1. Tied at 2.
I call that the bench interpretation. So players there get called for a whistle, and then they look over at the bench with the hands up. Can you interpret why that was a whistle? we do that a lot even.
And a takeaway. The double team. Defensive pressure results in a basket for Tamisha Blue.
And that's what they're good at. I'm telling you, they look a lot like teams have wanted to play us, and that's extend up, make us play more than 90, make us play more than 45 feet.
And nothing doing on that trip down the floor. Abby Franklin did a nice job to get the ball cross court to Macy Gregg, but nothing to show for it. And Georgia Southwestern brings it up, leading by 2.
Yeah, that's definitely how you beat pressure. It's got to be 1 pass, 2 pass, diagonal pass.
Another 3 taken from the right side, no good. Offensive rebound, Trimble shot blocked by Sutton and saved to Kyra Davis.
Wow.
Here come the Nighthawks trailing by 2. Groover back to Davis on the left wing to Macy Gregg. Now we'll put it on the floor and circle to the right side of the lane. Franklin Sutton, straightaway 3, good.
I know Julianne is the second leading conference within the Peach Belt Conference and is going to do great things for us almost every night, but I've got a feeling tonight that it's going to be someone over there right now on the bench that's going to make a massive difference in this game.
And the first substitution awaiting an opportunity to get in could be that young lady. Chloe Savage awaits. 3 is well short, taken by Macy Gregg. Over it goes to Groover. She'll drive underneath. Bounce pass to Franklin. 3 in the corner. Good.
Nice poise by Kara Groover. Last time she forced that up when she got fouled. Continued with a dribble under the backboard. You always, when you get dribble penetration back behind the backboard, you've got to fill in the opposite corner, and that's where Abby Franklin's making a living. Now she's making a living on the top of our 1-3-1. We'll see how Georgia Southwestern chooses to beat it. Normally it's going to be a corner 3 that it ends up being.
Well, and looky there, a corner 3 from none other than Jamisha Samuel.
That's the one spot that's hard to find.
Very prescient of you.
Is that the word today?
That is going to be the word. It was not designated as such, but it will be the word.
It should be the word because I don't know what it means.
It means you're a good fortune teller. That is the third three-pointer in a row by the Nighthawks.
By 3 different players.
5:10 to go, first quarter, 11-7. North Georgia. Trimble gets it away to Hodge. Now down low, intended for Trimble, but out of bounds, and it will go over to North Georgia, but not before our media timeout. 4:56 to go, quarter number 1. It's the Nighthawks by 4 on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the UNG Bookstore, 4 locations across Northeast Georgia, and Kazi Orthodontics, creating smiles that command attention.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
It took a couple of trips down the floor for the Nighthawks to get comfortable, but once they did, the threes have fallen 3 in a row, and the lead is 11-7 here with just less than 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Teams are hustling back on the court. A couple of substitutions for Georgia Southwestern. That would appear to be Yasmin Perez, sophomore from Deltona, Florida, by way of Nichols State.
Oh, great diagonal. Pass diagonal.
Look at that. Savage, the assist on the basket by Julianne Sutton.
Too good at basketball right there.
And if it were hockey, you'd have 2 assists.
I love. Ooh.
And a takeaway, Abby Franklin. She's going to take it in by herself.
And that's Abby you normally see on the bottom of the 1-3-1 down under the basket. You know, she's up here wreaking havoc, Imani Arnold style.
A 13-3 run right now for North Georgia. Perez picks up the dribble. Away momentarily to Dominique Jeffries. Now a long 3. Perez no good. Offensive board. The follow will go, and give credit there to Dominique Jeffrey, a junior 6'1" out of Tallahassee. Transferred from Appalachian State. Left-handed pass, Savage to Macy Gregg, but a travel will wave off the basket.
Chloe on the last offensive possession did a great job of just that one-touch diagonal pass, post-to-post finish. Right there, a great, very fluid pass to keep us in transition. Two real good offensive touches for Chloe on the last 2 possessions.
And that's the key, the fact that they were instantaneous touch passes both times. Long 3, no good for Perez. Battle for loose ball. Macy goes to the floor. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Georgia Southwestern. Quick substitution. She will get a breather because Macy Gregg, and checking in her stead is Abby Hubert. Down low for Sutton with a left hand.
Georgia Southwestern didn't know what defense that they're in on that possession, it seems like.
Perez takes the pass over to Lex Chapman in the corner. Back to Perez. 15 to shoot.
Got it again.
Takeaway. Abby Franklin has done that twice in about 2 minutes. Hubert coming in for the rebound, made contact, and bowled over Perez, and it'll go the other way.
Tough angle for Abby there. She had two people chasing her defensively and couldn't really cut her body into one to cut off the lane, so she really had to finish with a trailer in traffic. And tough angle there for her, but she's doing a great job of just disrupting the flow of the game here on the top of the 1-3-1. North Georgia here chooses to jump back and play this possession straight man.
In the corner, 3 on the way. It is no good. Battle, and it's an offensive board for Kayla Smith. Around the horn they go. Kia Cochran picks up her dribble. Away to Smith, down low. Shot is up, no good, a bit long. And out of bounds to North Georgia.
Kara staying in the fight right there, battling to throw that off of the Southwestern defender. Nice effort play by Kara. Julianne Sutton, I think, caught a break there. Jumped up in the air on her shot challenge.
What a cut into the lane. The basket good by Hubert.
Love the way the ball's moving up the sideline and then diagonally.
Back to a 10-point advantage, equaling the largest lead of the night for the Nighthawks. Yasmin Perez controlling. Franklin really playing some defense tonight. Shot clock at 10, 2:04 to go, first quarter. Perez gets it back to Jeffrey. Dominique missing the 3, rebound taken by Franklin. Here come the Nighthawks. Over he goes to Hubert. She'll take the mid-range jumper. No good. Jeffrey the rebound. Georgia Southwestern in a hurry. Perez zips it over. Now Chapman gets it. No good. And a rebound to Hubert. Abby will bring it up herself. Now away it goes. Groover in the corner. Goes baseline. The pass and the basket. Oh, it came out for Julianne. That was all but in.
Great look by Kara there. Nice use of the body to kind of fit through a gap there. It's a shot that Julianne Sutton's going to make 98 times out of 100. 3 of 3 is North Georgia from behind the three-point line. 1 of 9 is Southwestern.
Wow.
Keep chucking it up, Hurricanes.
Shot clock at 6. 1:06 to go in the quarter. Perez, a long 3, and it is way off. Ball knocked out of Abby Franklin's hands by Kia Cochran. Nighthawks will control. Macy Gregg will hustle to check in. Just a smidge less than a minute remaining. Also, Faith Arthur out there. So you got Hubert, Groover, Savage, Gregg, and Arthur on the floor for the final 59.1 seconds.
Not sure. Kara Groover, junior, I believe. If so, she's the only.
You are correct. Over it comes to Kara. Shot clock at 20. Difference of 30 seconds. Ball stripped away from Savage by Perez. Yasmin will put it up the left hand and score.
That's a set that we run a lot. When we throw it to our big with her back to the basket at the free throw line, we just got to be cognizant of where the help's coming from.
And the double team in midcourt results in a turnover. And so Georgia Southwestern looking to turn the tide here a little bit more in the final minute of the opening quarter.
Nice finish to that quarter here by Southwestern.
Yeah. Perez with the ball, works to the right side, guarded by Hubert. She reverses, puts it away to Chapman. Chapman finds Samuel in traffic. Jeffrey puts it up in traffic and scores. Now 19 seconds and rolling for the Nighthawks. Score is 19-13. Macy Gregg away to Hubert. Savage, left elbow drive, shoots, partially blocked by Jeffries. Hubert the rebound, no good. Savage will follow, won't go. One more try. Chloe with 1 second is fouled.
Yeah, that's like the third chip shot right there under the basket that we normally shoot at a crazy successful clip. Not much we can do here. 7/10 of a second left. Baseline out, not in the bonus yet, so just got to be a tip-up.
Macy Gregg will inbound it. It will come to Kara Groover, who did her best to get it up there. That was a tough, when you were in the air having to catch and release.
Momentum.
It is a 6-point ball game through one quarter. 19-13 North Georgia, leading Georgia Southwestern. Back in a moment. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
And a 6-2 run by Georgia Southwestern to end that first quarter has made this a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, if I were to tell Coach Payne that you would miss 9 threes, turn it over 5 times, and North Georgia would not miss a 3, and you'll be down only 2 possessions, would he take it?
In a heartbeat. In traffic, Faith Arthur draws contact. Just underway here in the second quarter. Now the officials conferring. I'm pretty sure Faith was in the act of shooting.
I don't think they're going to do it. Well, they are good.
All right, Faith will go to the line. That's going to be a foul on Madison Johnson, her second. Sophomore from Gainesville, Florida. Faith settles in. It's on the way and good. (2013) your score. One more coming for Faith, and it's also on the mark. And a little pressure applied by Franklin and Hubert. Perez will bring it up. Away it goes to Chapman, holding high. Loosely guarded by Arthur. Around the horn, Jeffries, Trimble, down low, Chapman,
travel.
And a travel will send it the other way.
Like that spurt of energy right there at the end of the first half that Georgia Southwestern played with. It created 2 turnovers, really sped us up. I just don't know that they're deep enough to sustain that.
Franklin between the circles, a couple of dribbles, now away to Davis. Boy, a lot of contact. Julianne Sutton finds Hubert, drives, no good. It hit the underside of the backboard, but a foul by Dominique Jeffrey.
Yep, got bumped there is the reason that we didn't get that shot up on the rim. Nice post passing there. Georgia Southwestern doing a good job defensively against Julianne Sutton there. Her catch was pushed all the way out near the free throw line. You know, we talk about if she gets a touch with her feet around the charge circle, she's probably going to score. They got her pushed out to the free throw line there.
Abby Hubert makes both, and that puts it back to a 10-point advantage, 23-13. Still on the first minute of the second quarter. Dominique Jeffrey gets a breather and Trimble back in, as is Kashuri Hodge. Perez a little behind the back dribble at midcourt, guarded by Franklin. Perez away to Chapman, sophomore from Decatur. Nice Trimble in the corner. Now away to Samuel. She'll put it up just outside the foul line. Ball tipped into the hands of Abby Franklin. Lobs it to Hubert. Up ahead it goes to Faith Arthur. Franklin will reset the offense. Clock rolls, 8:40 and counting until halftime. Sutton to Hubert. And contact called on Perez. That's one thing we've seen consistently all season is that if there is contact with the hand, they're going to call it.
Yep, they give it the old armbar foul. Must be a point of emphasis here. Must admit, I'm not sure what this year's point of emphasis are, but there's always one or two that they kind of dwell on.
I wouldn't be surprised if that weren't.
A couple of years ago, it used to be the tucked-in uniform.
Right. And contact again, and that is the second foul on Perez in less than 20 seconds. And Yasmin
looking for the coach interpretation.
Yeah, that did not change the call.
She'll be able to get that first hand now.
Didn't change the call. 2 fouls on Perez. She goes to the bench. Down low, Sutton. And a travel will send it the other way. .8:18 on the second quarter clock. 23-13. Nighthawks leading the Hurricanes. Kamisha Blue will bring it up. Transferred into Georgia Southwestern from Alabama State. Blue away to Samuel. She'll drive, put it up in traffic. No good. Scramble inside. Last touched, I believe, by Julianne.
2:02 have gone off this quarter. Their last field goal was with 2:26 left in the first, so that's we're approaching 5 minutes now since they've scored.
Wow. And another travel. Boy, we've seen more turnovers by way of travel tonight than in any game I can remember this season.
Yeah, trying to be aggressive is what they're doing, trying to get to the rim. Tough to do. You get sped up when you're trying to do it against teams that are sound defensively or have length.
Boy, Abby. Oh, my goodness. Faith Arthur tripped at midcourt. The turnover, a 3-on-1. The shot up, no good. And a foul of frustration at the end of that because Abby had been left all alone with a double team. I think there should have been a call.
She got bumped there trying to chase the basketball for sure.
Foul shot up and good for Blue. Senior from Atlanta. The second one no good. Rebound by Kyra Davis. 23-14. Arthur, cross-court pass to Hubert, now to Franklin. Abby calls for some movement. Faith to Davis at the right elbow. Shot clock now at 8. Franklin bounce pass, backdoor cut by Hubert. Draws contact and a foul on Kashuri Hodge.
Abby's doing a good job of being active on the backside, seeing when the ball is being reversed and making hard basket cuts. Instead of just standing there waiting for the A to B to C ball reversal, A to B, and she's moving hard as the C catcher. And really got a nice couple looks at the basket. And off basket cuts have gotten here to the free throw line.
Abby nestles that one in, pushing it back to a 10-point advantage, 24-14. 7:14 to go in the second quarter. She makes the second, and that's your largest lead of the night. Blue away to Tremble. Now Maria will get rid of it in the corner. I think there might have been another travel there.
I think so.
Back it comes to Chapman. Lex will put it up. Baseline jumper, air ball long. Trimble the follow, and a foul will send her to the line. That'll be on Abby Hubert. So a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers.
A lot of whistles.
Yeah. That foul shot took the scenic route, but goes in for Trimble. Senior from Lithonia. Came to Georgia Southwestern after beginning her collegiate career at Chattahoochee Tech.
Interesting. How many true freshmen do they have? Like, that are starting their
Bunch
careers?
of sophomores. One freshman.
Interesting.
Davis' pass knocked away, and boy, that is the third personal now on Abby Hubert. So she will head to the bench. not to be seen again until the second half, I'm assuming.
I think we just can't just stretch it here. Like, we got a comfortable lead and have had a comfortable lead, but we just can't get it pushed out.
My favorite.
Just saying.
Monty Arnold is in the game. Get ready for it. It's coming. Blue to Trimble down the lane. Zips it over. Chapman, 3, left side. No good. And a rebound by Monty Arnold just in the ball game. 25-16 your score. Abby Franklin weaves her way into the lane and a nice basket.
Nice job of getting low. Just working through space there, keeping the basketball down. She was actually driving to pass there, but saw after she got into the paint that she could get that shot off.
She had gotten all the way to the rim. Tamisha Blue takes the pass and gets it right back to Samuel. Jamisha to Tamisha. Three-pointer is an air ball and out of bounds. 5:44 left here in the second. Macy Gregg, Amani Arnold, Abby Franklin, Kara Groover, and Julianne Sutton on the floor for the Nighthawks. Franklin away to Groover, down low Sutton, right block, head fake, shot up and good. How do you guard that?
That's a new move there. So show me. I like kind of keeping them off balance there. Listen, you can absorb it and read your scout, but that shows good player development there by Julianne.
Around the horn go the Hurricanes. Tamisha Blue away to Jeffrey.
Charge.
Dominique puts down her shoulder, and that'll wipe off.
Somebody's getting a waffle.
Yeah.
I don't even know. We're into February, and I still don't know what that reward is.
Whatever it is, everybody on the team is really happy when somebody gets another one.
Yeah, I agree. And Julianne Sutton has a bunch of them. I hope she likes waffles.
Oh, my goodness. 29-16 your score. Groover away to Franklin, away to Gregg, and back around the horn they'll go. Franklin sees daylight, drives, draws contact yet again.
That's another good drive there. She's just driving to kind of probe the defense there. Gets into the paint, sees she's got a gap, and goes ahead and finishes, absorbs contact, and gets to the free throw line.
Largest lead of the night, 13 points. Back in a moment. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Sonia McLean, the broker of Red Rooster Realty. We are a new real estate company located in Hiawassee, Georgia, that services the Northeast Georgia mountains. Living in the North Georgia mountains, I see how each home takes on a unique feeling of the mountains and its surrounding landscape. So if you have a home to sell, or if you are looking for that special mountain home, please give me a call. I've been in the real estate business for 20 years. I have the experience and professionalism to make your dreams come true. You can reach me at 770-480-4777.
I'm Kara Groover, and you're watching North Georgia Basketball on NSN.
Back we are. Nighthawk Sports Network. It's 29-16 North Georgia leading Georgia Southwestern. That is the largest lead of the night. The Nighthawks led by 6 at the end of one quarter. It's 19-13. So they have outscored the Hurricanes here in the second quarter thus far, 10-3. Teams are back on the floor. It'll be Chloe Savage, Abby Franklin, Money Arnold, Kara Groover, and Macy Gregg. Abby Franklin with a couple of foul shots forthcoming. That one off the iron, no good. One more coming for Abby. And this one does not go either.
I'd like to know the last time Abby Franklin missed 2 free throws.
I cannot remember. Blue drives, dishes, the pass intended.
Still Monty Arnold.
Yep. Kayla Smith was the intended recipient, but it never made it that far. In the lane, Arnold feeds Chloe Savage, who connects. 31-16. The lead grows to 15 points. Tamisha Blue over to Jamisha Samuel. Back it goes and around to the left side. And Lex Chapman. 4:15 to go until the half. In the lane, Trimble puts it up. No good. Rebound. Oh, an offensive board over the top by Kayla Smith, but Amani Arnold has that miss and brings it up away to Abby Franklin. Macy Gregg launches a three. That one no good. And Kayla Smith, the weak side rebound.
How many field goals does Georgia Southwestern have this quarter?
1. None?
0.
None. Ouch. 31-16 your score, and that statistic remains in effect. A miss. Macy Gregg. I thought she got the pass away before the left foot hit the floor.
It would have been nice to go back and watch.
Close.
It looked like she traveled, but I don't know if she actually did.
I think the pass was away.
Yeah.
I think the pass was away.
Before her foot was in the process of touching the ground.
And how difficult was the attempt to make that move and get around the defender and get the pass away. Clock rolls, 3:13 to go in the second. Trimble away to Kayla Smith.
Over under 2. How many field goals is Georgia Southwestern going to have this quarter?
2. Ooh, goodness. I was counting on that one going in.
So you're taking the push.
Taking the push.
Okay.
Oh, goodness gracious.
This one doesn't count. Well, I mean, I thought it's free throws. No. Free throws don't count. It's got to be field goals.
We've been through 7 minutes now in the quarter and no field goals. Goodness. Blue controlling. Looks over to Coach Payne. She'll drive, put it up, and score. And there's your first. 2:49 remaining in the second quarter. 31-18. Savage saves it. Oh, goodness. And crashes into the equipment there, but pops right back up, and a big round of applause.
Julie Ann Sutton like Piper on there. Pass was a little off balance. Chloe, when she needed to go get it, couldn't quite gather her feet.
Yep. Inbound comes to Groover. Bounce pass to Savage. Baseline. Now to Franklin. Now open for 3. Launches. It is off the mark. No good. Rebound snared by Kayla Smith for the Hurricanes. Ball knocked away by Amani Arnold. Good things happen defensively for the Nighthawks when Amani is on the floor.
I'll say so.
Julianne Sutton will check back in. Savage will get a breather. 2:25 to go in the second. Foul line opportunity good for Tamisha Blue. We'll have another opportunity and got them both. Timeout taken. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here with 2:25 to go in the quarter. You saw the Hurricanes late in the first quarter make a little bit of a push. Obviously, they need to try to duplicate that going into the half. You get the feeling, though, that the Nighthawks are just on the cusp of beginning to break this one open.
Georgia Southwestern is pesky.
Yeah.
So shooting 25% from the floor, 12 missed threes, but only 11 points down. You know, those mathematical numbers are a recipe for a blowout. So I think that their pressure and their fact that they forced 8 UNG turnovers has kept them in the game, and that was one of those momentum timeouts used by Coach Payne there, lowest that we've had it in probably this quarter. So let's use it, let's feel it, let's have a good 2 minutes and 20 seconds to wrap things up and start again with another 20 minutes.
Groover, Sutton, basket, good.
Looks like Kara Groover had to use her old second base skills there and catch that down between the knees.
Nicely done. Let's going to be a foul on Amani, and we'll stop the clock with 2:08 to go, second quarter. Kyra Davis will check in for Amani. At the line, Tamisha Blue. That foul shot no good. 8 points on the night for Blue. Second one will find the mark. Faith Arthur back out there. And finally, we're going to restart. Davis inbounds to Faith, who will bring it up and away to Franklin. Abby now calls the play. In the corner to Faith. One dribble and back to Franklin it goes. Shot clock at 15. Right side, Groover. Now to Julianne. Dangerous pass to Faith. Gets it to Julianne at the foul line. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Faith Arthur, but taken away in a foul, I believe, on Kayla Smith.
We've got a little bit of a break there. This looked like a clean effort play.
Yeah. Faith will go to the line. Clock stopped at 1:39 to go. And Amani will check back in. So offense for defense here down the stretch in the second quarter, Coach Burson. Faith makes the first. Gets set. And got them both. 14-point advantage for the Nighthawks. 1:33 to go. Amani guarding Blue. Gets it across the half-court stripe.
Still need a field goal.
They do. That they do. Blue will drive, dish, Trimble, shoots. Blocked by Sutton. Savage the ball. Or beg your pardon, Groover the ball. Over to Franklin. Kara down low. Arnold turns, kicks out. Arthur, three. Oh, my goodness. Is that a travel?
What was it?
They called it the travel. I didn't see it.
On who? Amani on the kick out? Had to be because
I didn't see it. Faith certainly did.
Yeah. Faith was a catch and shoot.
35-21, inside a minute to go until the half. Going to take it away by Amani Arnold. Takes it right back, though, does Tamisha Blue. Baseline jumper, no good. Sutton the rebound. Difference of 10 seconds in the shot clock and the game clock. Groover takes the pass from Franklin. Lobs it right back to Abby. Groover, a three. Good! (38-21).
Causing havoc.
Largest lead of the night. Blue drives the right side. The shot blocked by Julianne. She said, I'm going to protect Lee Glenn's prognostication.
My prognostication was this. The line said it, too. It was your guess that they're going to get one here in the final 10 seconds.
The drive. The shot is up. Oh! So close. And they will not get another.
Watch this. She's going to make it.
Kara Groover, half court. Nearly. Before we go to break, I love the clips that you see posted of when they're going through that drill during practice.
The 3-2-1 they call
it. I love it.
It's going to go at some point.
I like it.
Yeah.
We're at the half. Largest lead of the night for North Georgia, 38-21. Back in a moment. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Joyride beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. right, I'm good. All right, Troy.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
I'm Faith Arthur, and this is North Georgia Basketball on NSN.
At the half, it is Faculty Staff Appreciation Night here at North Georgia. Always a nice opportunity to recognize all the people that are so involved in the entirety of the student-athletes' existence here at North Georgia.
Yeah, and you know what's so cool about faculty staff appreciation is that it's both sides of the student-athlete experience. So with the faculty piece, you've got the teachers and the professors and the instructors that have kind of managed the class load, but you've also got the staff members who do a lot of the work that the student-athletes and the general student population here at the university never see. Right. So to be able to appreciate these people, it means a lot, and the way North Georgia does it with the student athletes vote in the weight room, it's really a cool concept.
You know, and it's also nice because I recognize a lot of these gentlemen and ladies who are in attendance on a regular basis here at the games.
Yeah, they're definitely Nighthawk fans.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah,
absolutely. It is a 38-21 lead for North Georgia. At the break, quick look at the numbers on the boards. Nighthawks with an advantage in that category, 23-16. Only one player for the Nighthawks in double digits, and that would be Julianne Sutton with 13.
Yeah. This is really something that we expected, coming off the heels of a loss. North Georgia was really going to try to get a lot of people going in the game. It was a fast start for us that you're used to seeing, right? But Julianne Sutton being at the top of the box score is something that I really, and it allows everybody else to kind of land in a supporting role around her. That tells that leads you to believe that we're in a really good spot. Our balance is back.
You did see a couple of instances in that first half where the defensive pressure by the Hurricanes resulted in turnovers.
And that's something that has really been part of our Achilles heel is when teams speed us up and pressure us. That kind of has been our kryptonite, but that's something that we've got to kind of figure out as we go. And it's and you see us making a lot of diagonals. We're not trying to beat it off the bounce. We're throwing up the sideline, then to a cross, and then we're not just trying to break the pressure. We are pitching ahead, playing diagonally, and still attacking the rim.
We'll take a break. When we come back, a deeper dive into the box score. It is 38-21, North Georgia leading the Hurricanes of Georgia Southwestern right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
North Georgia Basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the UNG Bookstore, 4 locations across Northeast Georgia, and Causey Orthodontics, creating smiles that command attention.
Georgia Southwestern with only 1 field goal in the second quarter, 6 free throw opportunities, though, that they converted on. Gave them 8 total points in the quarter. Consistency for the Nighthawks, 19 points in the first quarter, 19 in the second quarter.
Yeah, and really aside from a little bit of stretch right there at the end of the second quarter, Georgia Southwestern had not let this game get away from them. You know, we talk about how the numbers were against them. 13 missed 3-point field goals. North Georgia making 4 of 7 from 3, being out-rebounded were the Hurricanes by 7. They've turned it over 11 times, went 10 minutes with only scoring 1 basket off the floor. And at one point late in the quarter, they were only down 11, right, with that said. So a testament to their effort, but as you alluded to in the pregame show, I question if they had the depth to sustain this over a 40-minute period.
Looking at the box score for the Nighthawks, again, we mentioned Julianne Simpson with 13 points, 7 points in the first half for Abby Franklin, 6 from Kara Groover, 6 also from Abby Huber. Good minutes tonight for Miss Huber.
Yeah, and she's being really active off the ball. So she gets over there on the weak side wing, and as it's being reversed to her, she gets moving. She makes good basket cuts, and the good thing, I would also really want to be that role player that's an active mover on a basketball team that passes it as well as we do. We share it so well. Such a high percentage of our baskets are assisted baskets. So, maybe if you're not the best shooter, if you're an effort kind of player, be the player that is always moving, and the team that's comprised of people that pass it well are going to find you.
That question. For the Hurricanes of Georgia Southwestern, in addition to 10 points for Tamisha Blue, 4 points for Dominique Jeffrey, 3 points for Demisha Samuel, 2 points each for Kashuri Hodge, and for Jasmine Perez. Collectively, the Nighthawks from the floor, 13 of 24, 54%. Beyond the arc, 4 of 7. What a nice stretch there where they hit 3 in a row.
Yeah, by 3 different players. And, a lot of times when one person gets hot and warms up, it kind of goes through their hands, and they'll make 2 or 3. But really, when it's happening from 3 different players, you don't know where to run your closeout to, or who to extend to. So that was really the point after a little bit of a slow start that North Georgia kind of grabbed that 3, 4, 5 possession lead and kind of held steady since. We talk about Southwestern's lack of field goals, 7 in the game so far, only 1 from 3. Only 4 players have actually scored field goals in the game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll ponder that. Let's take a break so we can think more deeply about that. That's as usual. We'll take a break here at the half. Again, 38-21, your score in favor of North Georgia. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
And back we are. If memory serves, there's probably one more commercial break we'll take here before we start up in the third quarter. It's 38-21. Quick thoughts before we take that final break. What do you like from the first half that North Georgia did? Any changes or alterations in the second half?
0 changes. Just be ready to absorb a. Obviously, it's not Southwestern's night from distance. They're going to put their head down, and so I'm going to talk to my players about dribble penetration, being good on the ball, and rotating early to help. Because the dribble penetration on a team that's down is not to find teammates; is to get simpler baskets than jump shots. So be ready to defend the bounce.
All right, one final break when we come back. Third quarter, straight ahead. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
And back we are. So the third quarter just moments away. It'll be Jamisha Samuel immediately in front of our broadcast position here at midcourt. That will trigger things, and looks like a little 2-3 zone to start things off here defensively for North Georgia.
I like it.
Hurricanes have it to start the third quarter, trailing by 17. In front, Blue, away to Trimble. Now a straightaway three is off the mark from Samuel, and the Nighthawks have it. Macy Gregg controlling, away to Groover. Bounce pass, Sutton on the left block. Now kicks it out to Abby Franklin and stolen. Boy, that was a telegraph pass, and give credit to Jamisha Samuel.
Coach Burson's going to tell Abby just to go ahead and shoot that there.
Yep.
Overpassing. That was a great out of the post pass by Julianne Sutton.
Sutton backs in, turns, gives it to Davis, who is fouled in the act of shooting. That's going to go on Maria Trimble. Davis to the line. That one bounces in.
Barely enough.
.909 on the third quarter clock. 1 of 2 for Davis. Hurricanes have the ball. Pass away to Madison Johnson. Corner three up and good for Jamisha Samuel. So 5 points quickly for Samuel. 39-26. Kara Groover controlling. She'll hand it to Franklin. Now away to Julianne. Groover lobs it to Abby. Looking down low for Davis. Boy, how did that one?
Man, it's like it hit the underside of the rim and spun over the top. But good finish there by Miss Davis.
Had a little English on that.
Little English.
Nearly a snooker.
Side pocket, 9 ball.
Yeah, well done. There was plenty of chalk on the cue for that one. Straightaway three. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
3 baskets in a row for Jamisha Samuel. 8 points by herself to get things started in the third quarter for the Hurricanes. Macy Gregg down low, turns, shoots, off the glass, good.
Now, where Georgia Southwestern was lacking from the perimeter with the jump shooting, they have definitely must have got out in the parking lot in between the over halftime and worked on the stroke, because a little bit more urgency to score here in the second frame.
Missed opportunity that time by Blue at the other end. Macy Gregg drive, shoots, and she's got 2 in a row.
Won't get credited for the assist there, but Julianne Sutton's post up didn't allow the help defender to come off the tape and alter Macy's shot.
Down low, shot thrown up, and it will go for Kashuri Hodge. Davis picks up her dribble away to Kara Groover. Kara will drive, looking for Sutton. Instead, double teamed, has to dish it out and stolen by the Hurricanes. Up ahead they go to Samuel and knocked away by Abby Franklin.
Job by Abby there. Sprint back in transition, and although Georgia Southwestern had flow at their rim off of a live turnover, she did a good job of breaking the play up.
6:48 to go, third quarter. Faith Arthur is in. Kyra Davis will get a breather. Also in Chloe Savage. In for Julianne. Inbound comes to Johnson. Madison will drive, now kicks back. Baseline jumper is good for Dominique Jeffrey.
Long 2, I believe.
You are correct. 45-33. Franklin up ahead to Hubert. Now back to Franklin, over to Groover, looking down low. Savage has possession. Franklin between the circles. Now Hubert holding high. Straight away, Franklin, Groover, Faith Arthur. Now kicks it to Franklin three is on the way. It is short. And a battle for loose ball. And it's going to go over to Georgia Southwestern.
That one didn't seem to come off of Abby's hand really well.
No.
It almost like slipped out of her hand.
Yep. 6:09 to play here in the third. Hurricanes with the ball. Oh, my goodness. And Madison Johnson just was not ready for that pass. And Groover collects it up ahead to Arthur. Faithful drive, dishes. Hubert out front to Kara. Savage grips the pass to Franklin. Abby drives, shoots, no good. Savage gets a hand on it. Rebound shot, no good. Tipped again, and the Hurricanes have it. Boy, Savage and her passes tonight have been on the money.
Speaks a lot to her basketball IQ for a big to be able to share that well.
Ball knocked away. Hubert takes it away. Abby Hubert. And she's going to wait on everybody else. Kara Groover.
Give me the cookies, said Abby Hubert. And then Kara Groover did a good job of running and staying in the play. Always got to help someone that gets a backcourt steal. Can never expect a run-out layup.
47-33, long three, up and good. And boy, I tell you, Jamisha Samuel is having some kind of third quarter.
She must have listened to us talk about the woeful three-point shooting of the Hurricanes and said she's going to do something about it.
She is fixing it. Groover, left wing, cross court to Franklin. Now Hubert will launch a three right side. Good!
Love the catch and shoot there. Didn't think about it, just smoothly caught it and went ahead into her shot. Nice momentum timeout by Coach Burson there.
And Coach Payne has a quintet of substitutions about to come in, but we will take a break before we see them on the floor. It's 50-36 North Georgia. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
At the break, it was 38-21, but boy, offense has been flowing, certainly from one Jamisha Samuel for the Hurricanes of Georgia Southwestern.
Good for us. She's sitting over there on the bench now for a while.
And a brand new fivesome on the floor for the Hurricanes. Lex Chapman dishes out to Cochran. Kia will launch a three. Number three makes a three.
Wow. That's off of about 4 dribbles. That's one of the harder threes to make, going to her left hand off of the dribble.
Macy Gregg away to Groover, lobs it to Hubert. Might have walked. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound taken by Chapman. Chapman now away. Around the horn they go. Perez in the corner. Yasmin will get it back out to Cochran. Kia will drive, knocked by Hubert to Groover, bounces it off of a Hurricane, but right into the hands of Kayla Smith, who scores.
It's a great play by Kara. Just an unfortunate bounce, but that's a great play.
Single-digit deficit now for the Hurricanes. 50-41, 3:33 to go in the third, and Jillian Sutton says, I'll cure that, but Coach Burson wants to talk about it.
Yeah, I got something she wants to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout. 3:30 to go in the third. North Georgia 52, Georgia Southwestern 41. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the UNG Bookstore, 4 locations across Northeast Georgia, and Kazi Orthodontics, creating smiles that command attention.
Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
52-41 is your score. Craig Corbin, Lee Glenn, all the Nighthawk Sports Network team here from the Convocation Center. Game number 1 of our doubleheader. Oh, and Macy Gregg is down on the floor, and play has been stopped as she was attempting to defend the inbound. And all her teammates, Coach Burson out. And in some discomfort. And quickly, Amani Arnold will go over to check in. .326 on the third quarter clock, and that is always, I think they're working on what seems to be an ankle, perhaps.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it was just a incidental contact there. Just a little bit of an odd land. Just going to walk off on her own power.
Yep.
So.
Nice round of applause.
It would not surprise me. I don't know Macy Gregg personally. Just kind of been a fan from the... Would not surprise me that she's tough as a nut. And
back in this game.
Yeah. Definitely looking at her ankle over there, but we'll see.
Amani Arnold in to replace her in the lineup. Perez picks up the dribble. Away it goes to Kayla Smith. Around to Chapman, or Cochran, beg your pardon. Shot clock at 10. 3:07 to go in the third. Jeffrey will drive, lost it. Taken away. Amani Arnold has it for the Nighthawks.
Cookies.
Woo! Amani double teamed and taken away by Jeffrey. Quickly the other way. Chapman drives. Shot is up. No good. Rebound Groover. Frenetic. Couple of trips up and down the floor here. Groover to Arthur. Oh, and a skip pass that was perhaps intended for Julianne. Winds up Chapman. Shot is up and good. .52-43, 2:22 to go. Arnold in the lane. Boy, and Kara Groover had already moved before Amani got her the ball, and it's out of bounds to Georgia Southwestern. Abby Franklin, Faith Arthur, Kara Groover, Julianne Sutton, and Tyra Davis on the floor for the Nighthawks. Perez controlling for the Hurricanes. Away to Chapman. Lex into the lane. Bounce pass. Right side. 3 on the way. In and out. No good from Kia Cochran. Nighthawks have it
down there.
Franklin stops. Back to Groover. Holding high. Now Davis. Away to Franklin. Right side. Calls the play. Backs it out near midcourt. Now Davis out front. Arthur looking down low for Sutton. Shot clock at 7. Arthur lobs it to Julianne. Sutton turns. Baseline jumper would not fall. That was a tough angle.
That was good defense by Southwestern in the half court there. Did a good job of pushing Julianne Sutton out, taking us out of our high-low action.
Abby Franklin with the rebound. Now to Groover, away to Davis. Open for 3, in and out, no good. Arthur gets in there, gets a hand on it. Scramble, loose ball. And in the rugby scrum, they will call a jump, and it will go to North Georgia.
So if this were rugby, you would just like set the ball down on the ground, and then everybody would like lean their shoulders in. And how do you determine who gets the ball there?
It is that is determined before the scrum.
So one team in the scrum has an advantage?
You will then kick it back.
Okay.
Hit it back, and that's when the fun starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's not the word I would use.
Davis.
Illegal activity.
In many forms. Groover, Franklin, 3, corner, good!
Abby had enough of this kind of momentum. She said, go ahead and get it headed back in our direction.
Up by a dozen are the Nighthawks. Hurricanes cut it to 9 on a couple of occasions here in the quarter. Down low. And that's a good foul by Davis because Kayla Smith had a gimme.
Yeah, she had flex cut into that space, and we had not done a great job of bumping the cut or being in front of the cut, and we just had to kind of defend from the back.
Foul shot no good. Kayla Smith, a senior from Covington, transferred in from Atlanta Metro. Second one also no good. I think the Eagles and the...
I think the pep band's getting a part of this, too.
I like it. I like it. Davis takes the pass from Franklin away to Groover. Now Julianne will hand it to Abby. Takes another 3. This one no good. Rebound. Groover got a hand on it. Oh, and hitting the floor. Madison Johnson is down. At the other end, Perez gets up the shot. No good, and Johnson is in discomfort, but they have not yet stopped play. Now she is running up the floor. She just landed
awkwardly.
Very awkwardly. I'm glad that she is all right.
Southwestern's peskiness will not allow them to disappear.
1 second remaining, and the baseline 3 no good. And we are 3/4 of the way home. 55-43 in favor of North Georgia. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
Can you stop copying me?
We made the observation in the third quarter that certainly powered in large part by Jamisha Samuel, the Hurricanes offense was percolating a little better than it had been earlier. Well, that was very much the case. 22 points in the third quarter, more than they scored in all of the first half. They outscored the Nighthawks in the third quarter, 22-17.
They scored more points in 10 minutes than they had in the previous 20.
Cliff Skinner on the floor for the first time tonight. Perez controlling. Gets it over to Samuel. Now in the hands of Johnson. Around the horn they go. The fake by Trimble. The shot up. No good. Tried to get her own rebound. Scramble. You know, they called the jump pretty early. I don't think the ball had been secured.
Julianne Sutton kind of closed out high and hard there, let the team get into the paint. Left her feet on the closeout. I just got to be careful with, we almost make them want to see them hit challenge jump shots over long arms than we do in the paint.
Groover in between the circles, tightly defended by Perez. Away to Skinner. Live a couple of dribbles and a bounce pass to Abby Franklin. Now Sutton in the key, away to Arnold. 8 to shoot. Drives. Kicks out. Groover with 5, 4, 3. Bounce pass Sutton with 1. Gets it away, but it would not have counted. Shot clock violation. We're a minute into the fourth quarter. Georgia Southwestern down by 12 with the ball. Perez flings it to Trimble, who collects it, and stolen by Skinner. Away to Amani. Nice defense there by Liv. Franklin, Arnold holding high, now in the lane. Sutton, Julianne backs in, turns, and is fouled with 8:33 to go. A third on Hodge. Julianne misses the first. She'll have one more. And it's good. Faith Arthur back in, replacing Amani. Hurricanes with possession. Clock rolls, 8:25 to go in the ball game. North Georgia looking for their 18th win of the season. Jeffrey powers it up, no good. Rebound Sutton. Outlet comes to Groover. Nighthawks on the move. Kara, bounce pass. Franklin goes baseline. Now kicks back to Kara. Out front, Sutton. Straightaway three. Good.
Love. I wonder what percentage of Julianne's threes have been made from the top of the key.
Large. I'm willing to say
80.
Probably. I was going to say 75. Yeah. Three from the left side. No good. Bounced about 3 times, but wouldn't fall. Franklin brings it up by herself. Playing with a heavily bandaged left shoulder. Shot clock at 13. Franklin now directs a bit of traffic. 10, 9, knocked away. Out of bounds, and the Nighthawks will keep it. Kara will inbound. Slaps the ball, holding high, gets it into Julianne. Nice cut. Faith Arthur, 12-footer, wouldn't go. Tipped by Groover, and they maintain possession. Arthur zips the pass to Skinner in the lane, fakes. Back to Sutton, out front to Abby, and they'll reset. Coach Burson calls the play. Julianne with 10, 9, out front. Now away it goes to Skinner with 5. Launches a three. Good with Skinner.
Off the bounce, coming off of a ball screen, knowing that we've got a short shot clock. That's a heady play by somebody that's just kind of waiting to kind of feel her role over there. That's great minutes by our great play, confident play by Liv there.
A 7-0 run to start the fourth. And that gives the Nighthawks momentarily what was their biggest lead of the night. In fact, if you go back to the end of the third quarter, that's really a 12-0 run. Three-point play opportunity for Samuel. Shamisha, the leading scorer for the Hurricanes with 16, make it 17 points. Franklin, now to Groover, over to Faith Arthur. That momentary lead was 19.
Wow.
Skinner. Sutton, now Franklin, shot clock at 7. In the lane, Arthur with 5. Boy, and they got to call a 3-second violation. I thought there might have been some contact there as Faith received a pass.
I thought the official under the basket called the contact.
Yep.
was overruled by the perimeter official.
Much further away from the play. Just saying. 6:06 to go. And an offensive foul on Dominique Jeffrey. That's the third on Dominique. Clock rolls, 5:55 to go. 62-46. Groover on the wing, right side. Holding high, now dribbles out front, around to the left side. Looking down low instead, out front to Skinner, over to Franklin. Back to Liv, 7, 6, 5 to shoot. Sutton now, Abby will launch a three. It's on the way, no good.
Gotta get it up.
Puts it up. You know what? The shot clock reset, but it actually shouldn't have because
correct, didn't hit
the rim. And correctly, they will give possession.
That is good officiating.
To Georgia Southwestern. The ball came to Kara, who was bringing it back out to reset the offense, then realized that perhaps, since she didn't hear the buzzer, she'd put up the shot.
Just an unfortunate reset there, no problem. Still got 16-point lead here. Just buckle down the fan. We've got the media timeout coming up in a few possessions, so really just want to keep the momentum heading into the media timeout.
5:15 to go in the ball game. Dominique Jeffrey, long three attempt, no good. Rebound battle, and Skinner able to bring it in. Up ahead to Arthur. Faith will now get it away to Franklin, tightly guarded by Blue. Arthur in the corner, Skinner down low, Sutton contact, foul. That's 4 on Dominique Jeffrey.
Nice pass and basket cut, though, by Faith, so starting to see good movement by the Nighthawks.
Clock stop, 4:55 to play. Your score, North Georgia 62, Georgia Southwestern 46. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Can you stop copying me?
Back we are, 4:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Big lead for the Nighthawks, 62-46. Georgia Southwestern had cut this to 9 points on a couple of occasions here in the second half, but North Georgia has been able to respond each time.
Good composure by the Nighthawks.
Franklin will trigger the play along the baseline, gets it in to Skinner, drive, shoots, up, and would not drop. Goodness.
Nice inbound set by North Georgia.
That was a great play, just didn't fall. Perez to Chapman, or Cochran, beg your pardon. Long three from number 3.
I can see where this team, although at the bottom of the standings, would absolutely be trouble for somebody.
Yep.
I mean, they went basically 20 minutes with not being able to score in succession. So I could see if they can score at this clip, then they can wreak havoc against a good number of teams in the Peach Belt.
And quite frankly, in a tournament setting, exactly the type of team you don't want to play.
They got some work, though, to do to get into the tournament, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
How many games out are they from the 18 cut?
Let's check.
2 games, let's say.
I'm going to let you look at that while play continues here. 64-49 your score. Groover, the pass to Skinner, the pass to Sutton, wouldn't go. They'll reset.
2 games, 2 full games.
So,
depending
it's
on what
doable.
happens with Pembroke and Augusta tonight, those 2 teams not playing each other, but could be 3 games after tonight, but that's definitely still doable.
Dominic Jeffrey has just fouled out of the ball game. And quite honestly, I'm not sure where the contact occurred.
Yeah, it required explanation by the officials, so I don't believe Dominique knew either.
So that 3:37 to go. She's on the bench for the rest of the night. Sutton turns, shoots good.
Good inbound set there. Just throw it to the high post and roll it into the big. Julianne with her signature move there. The show to right shoulder, go back to left. Hand check foul here called by the Nighthawks. Or on the Nighthawks.
That is on Abby. 3:23 to go. Yasmin Perez will inbound. Hurricanes trailing 66-49. Now Cochran works to the left side. Pass away to Perez, looking down low. Said she'll dribble into the lane. And contact stops the clock with 3:07 to go. Got a whole lot of fouls called in this game.
That's kind of what I expected more of out of Southwestern after the break, is although their shots weren't falling, I really thought they'd put their head down and just really force dribble into the paint and just try to get up some tougher twos. But, I think what happened is they started making a good bit of these long perimeter jump shots, and that opened us up a little bit, and now they're starting to drive a good bit.
0 of 2 on that trip to the line for Yasmin Perez. Inside 3 minutes we go. Okay, how long can we play without a whistle? Skinner to Arthur. Holding high, right side, back out to Liv. Works against Cochran, away to Arthur. 3 on the move, good!
Love it. Very confident shot there. That's one of the tougher shots for a right-handed shooter, is going left.
And that was the way she drifted.
Yeah,
with the shot.
A low arcing shot, rattled in.
3 in the corner, no good. Rebound to Groover. 2:22 to play. Lob up ahead to Franklin, beg your pardon. Abby guarded by Perez. In between the circles, works to the right side. Skinner to Sutton, draws contact from Kashori Hodge. That's her 4th.
Defensively, though, that's just, you can't reach through the back of the offensive player. Even if it's really a clean touch, you're going to get called that more times than not.
Who's back on the floor?
Macy Gregg. Wearing some new shoes, might I add.
There you go. So Macy Gregg, glad to see her back out there. And coming in, should Julianne make this second foul shot, will be Chloe Savage. The shot does not go, though.
Julianne said she wanted to play a little longer.
Yeah, extending those minutes. She has 24 points on the night. Only. 70-49 your score.
Illegal screen.
And that'll be all for Kashori Hodge. The second Hurricane to foul out.
The second big to foul out.
Yeah, exactly. And that'll bring in Maria Trimble.
I mean, she's just... I don't really know how to guard Julianne. I know that's not a foul guarding. That's not a defensive foul there. It's an offensive foul. But it's just, Julianne just really has a supreme presence on every game she plays in.
Yep. By the way, Chloe in the game now for the Nighthawks. Zip pass. Goodness gracious. And also the intended recipient there. The Nighthawks, Lacey McCoy, making her first appearance of the night.
Right there, that pass was delivered to Coach Burson. She
Yeah.
thought about the catch and shoot, but we're up
good hands.
21, so you don't want to shoot threes when you're up 21 or late in the shot clock.
Hey, I bet she could still hit it, too.
From there, yeah, that's probably the limit of her range.
Yeah.
nearly 32 feet.
I'm betting on Coach.
Yeah, I would too. I would never bet against her. What I would do is I would give her as many shots as she wanted until she made one.
70-49, 1:27 to go. In the corner, Samuel puts it up, 17-footer, good.
Man, they can score so confidently when they want.
Approaching the final minute of play. Faith Arthur away to Skinner. Now Savage hands it to Hubert. Shot is up and rolled in.
That is 13th points of the night. That's a really good outing off the bench for her.
72-51. Final 40 seconds of the ball game. Three from the left side. Good for Lex Chapman. And you tip your hat to the Hurricanes for battling.
I was just
here
about to say that. Yeah, it's something that really it's not a moral victory by any means, but it says a lot about a team that just doesn't roll over and wonder what the post-game food's going to be.
McCoy couldn't get the shot to go, but she'll have an opportunity at the line to get in the box score. Freshman from Waleska. Cherokee County High.
Cherokee.
That's it. Nicely done. First point of the night for Lacey. She'll have one more. 19.1 seconds remain. And gets the friendly bounce.
Did they just call a timeout?
You would be correct, sir. With 19.1 seconds to go, and the largest lead of the night for the Nighthawks, courtesy of two foul shots from Lacey McCoy.
I gotta respect, he's over there on the grease board, so you gotta respect the fact that he's working on something. He understands that there's, on their play sheet, there's no 20-point basket, so he's not drawing up that uniform, but he is working on something, right? And so the next time Georgia Southwestern is in a need-a-basket situation at the end of the game, the only issue is that when you do that kind of stuff, you give it up on tape.
Right.
So now I know as a scout
this is what's coming.
Yeah, and so it's a pin-down screen
and
to
a
dribble
drive
penetration.
and a basket.
And to who. So
Yep.
I'm noting that,
Yep.
you know, as they get further into the conference play. But you got to tip the hat to, you know, wanting to work on things regardless of the current score.
Let's go to your final score, 74-56. North Georgia with their 18th win of the season. Improved to 11-2 in Peachville play. Georgia Southwestern falls to 6-13, 2-11 in the Peach Belt. Nice effort tonight by the Nighthawks.
Good rebound. You know, we talked about a rebound win. This was that. Wasn't their crispest game, or their most sharpest game, let's say. But it was exactly what you expect from North Georgia. A fast start, good sound defense, allowing just 56 points. A few turnovers that I wish that we probably wouldn't make, but outside of that, I thought we played pretty well and got back in the win column, and believe our 28th win out of 29 tries here in the convocation.
Well done. It's going to wrap things up for us here on game number one of our doubleheader. Again, final score 74-56. North Georgia gets past Georgia Southwestern on behalf of Lee Glenn and the entire Nighthawk Sports Network team. I'm Craig Corbin saying so long, everybody. Men's game straight ahead.